Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. I haven't done a stream by myself in a very long time. I'm so glad to be here today. Come into the chat, press the like button, come on in and enjoy yourself for this particular stream. For those of you who are watching the restream on this, I thank you also for watching. What I'm going to say here is going to be very, very, very controversial. And some people may or may not like it. But I just got to be real. I'm going to put some qualifications out there for the manosphere that I believe should be looked at and addressed before one can consider himself what is a dating coach, what is a consultant, what is a men's guide or counselor for all of this. And I'm doing this because I introduced really in Obsidian the black dating coach market that is now prevalent in the manosphere. I was responsible for negromanosphere.com, which is a site that I own, and you brothers have supported it. I have been in collaborations with ebooks. I have dealt with some of the best black dating coaches on planet Earth, the best minds on planet Earth. I've interviewed almost anybody who is a dating coach. They've come through me. I'm the only person to have interviewed every big time black dating coach in America that people know of. Right? So I introduced part of this community of what is known as dating coaches that write, dating coaches that podcast, and dating coaches that make videos. So nobody knows these group of people, I feel, especially as far as content creation, as me, on YouTube at least. And I want to talk about this because now Obsidian made a video yesterday which was kind of trolling people a little bit that he was going to become a dating coach, which I think that's just, it's more satire than anything. But there is a lot of people out there who are putting their bids out there as consultants. People, like a lot of people was watching Alpha Male Strategies, for an example, or watching certain other people, and they come into the industry. And I've seen people come, I've seen people go. But to me, to be considered a dating coach, I'm talking about a really good one. There are 4 things that you need for me to consider you to be top of the food chain. Top of the food chain. Now, I have my own direct pick as who I think is top of the food chain. I will tell you that I do think that guys who are pimps are top of the food chain over dating coaches. So a guy like, in my opinion, Simple the P, there is nobody who can touch him or freeze. In my honest opinion, the things that I've heard them say is much different than what I've heard other people say. So pimps are at the top of the food chain. Then you have dating coaches, guys who get money, guys who sell their services or consultants. If they don't call themselves dating coaches, they are still dating coaches. If you are a guy and people pay you for any type of relationship or dating advice, you are a dating coach. You are a dating coach. All right. Now, I've dealt with a lot of different guys, right? And a lot of different guys got really good information, really good game, really good skills. But for me, for you to be at the top of the food chain, you got to have these 4 things. Now, here are the 4 things that I do not consider. You having a big following. All right. Now, in my opinion, if you have a lot of subscribers or a big following, or you are popular, or you have a lot of YouTube or Facebook followings, that does not mean shit to me. It doesn't. I don't care if you have 5 subscribers or if you have 1 million. Doesn't matter. your following or your supporters in no way, shape, or form, in my opinion, make you validated as a dating coach. Not close. Being influential is not a dating coach. You are an influencer. I am a Black Manosphere influencer, but I am not a dating coach. I have little hints and advices that I may think that work, but as far as me throwing my lane in that cannot be true. So I cannot look at your following or because there are reasons why you can have a large subscriber count. You can be a person that's animated. You can have a person that's very good video editing. You can have a person that builds a relationship with your subscribers. But that doesn't, when I look at your information, that doesn't make you a good dating coach to me. That makes you, in my opinion, a guy who's a very good YouTuber. You're a guy that's entertaining. You're a guy that's charismatic. Shout out to TJ. And I'm comparing this to guys I have worked with. I have worked with the best of them. The best guys have written for me. The best guys write for me. Okay? In the Black Manosphere. I'm the guy that is, I have done all the collaborations. I've seen everybody. So my word means a lot here. After pimps either go to prison or the graveyard. Shout out to Iceberg Matt. So number one, I cannot look at your subscriber count. 2, your testimonials. I don't care anything about your testimonials. I don't give a shit about your testimonials. Your testimonials don't mean anything to me. What your clients say, what people say, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you got people talking about what you did on your website. If you want to make videos saying that you did this, I don't care anything about that. Nothing. Means nothing to me. I don't care if people love your stuff. I don't care if people love what you do. It doesn't matter. It means absolutely nothing to me. And today we're going to set some parameters. What up, High Def? What up, Charlie Willie? What up, everybody in the Roastmaster? Means nothing to me. Why? I know dating coaches that fabricate and have fabricated their testimonials. We have all seen that. We cannot sit back and act like these scams have not come in the manosphere. We can't. The Black Manosphere and the white manosphere at large have been victim of fraudulent content creators. Guys who say they do one thing but do another. So I cannot look at your testimonials or whoever you're talking about. It means nothing. To me, it means zero. I've been around. I've seen all the scams. I've seen all the stuff. I cannot listen to that. Now, my big YouTube bro, Solo TV 84, believes that you should show receipts. What up, Howard? I'll read that in a minute. My big bro, Howard. He's crazy on the podcast, too. You showing your receipts, photos you have of women, things you're doing with girls, also, to me, means nothing. It means nothing. I don't care about what receipts that you show. You dealing with chicks. You have messages from women. You have photos with women. It doesn't matter. I don't care about any of that stuff. Why? Because possibly it could be fabricated. It could be fabricated. So I cannot say for sure with forensic Negro dating coach evidence that you are who you say you are or what you're doing. I have no way to prove that. So if you show up and you have pictures of you with chicks or women, or you go to these dating coach academies and you have that, listen, I don't care nothing about any of that stuff. It makes me know never mind. I do not trust it. I do not blame. So if you're a guy that's showing your work, or you have videos with chicks, listen, I've been all over the world. It's not hard to get videos with pretty chicks and get chicks to get on videos or whatever. That's easy. I'm an ugly nigga and it's easy for me. And everybody look better than me. So I know it's easy for everybody else. That means nothing. You have videos, you interviewing chicks on the street. That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. It's good advertising. It makes you a good marketer. It makes you a good I don't know. It doesn't mean shit. Okay. So those three things. And number 4, you having a lot of chicks. Okay. You are a ladies' man. You have proof that you have a lot. Doesn't mean anything to me also. Okay. Every guy has gotten good looking chicks. You know, and just because you have good looking chicks, that doesn't mean that you can teach guys how to get good looking chicks. My older brother got all the chicks. He can't teach nobody how to do it though. So that does not make you a dating coach because you got hoes or you got chicks. It means nothing to me. All those 4 things, if that's what you qualify yourself on, to me, I automatically, from the guys that I have dealt with, I move you automatically to the bottom of the food chain. I think you're trash if you use any of those 4 things to your parameters. Now, the top of the line guys, and I'm saying this, doesn't matter if I like you or not or dislike you, I've got to be honest. First thing I look for is authorship. I'm looking for authorship. Has this person wrote a book? I'm not looking for guys to get on video and talk about what they're doing and talk about how many hoes they have and all that. I mean, that's good. I do shows with guys like that. And a lot of guys do got a lot of good game. But I'm talking about the top tier of guys. Top tiers of guys have a book. In my opinion. The reason why the top tiers of guys have a book is because I can look at your book, I can read it and say, I can test, is your information plagiarized? Do ideas come from this book from someplace else? Do you have your own formulated ideas, in my opinion? I'm looking for authorship. Did this person go out and put something out on a book? That's the first thing that I'm looking for. I don't care if it's a 10-page book. I don't care if it's an ebook. I don't care if it's an essay. To me, I look for guys that, number one, if a guy is a writer, I can tell that the guy, because it's easy to get on YouTube and put a video out. It's easy to get on YouTube and do a live stream. It's very difficult for you to get there and sit down and write out your ideas and explain them. It shows me experience. It shows me a bit of intelligence. It shows me that you can put your ideas out there. It shows me that you have a great deal of intellect and the ability to articulate yourself in a fashion that is explainable. That in your writing fashion, your style, I can test it against somebody else's work. So number one, I got to look at authorship. Is there a book out on you with your ideas? Number two, has this person who authored this book contributed anything new into the dating community that has not been done before? I'm going to say that again. Is there any new information that is in this book that is not anywhere else in the market? That's what I'm looking at that. I'm looking at, number one, if you can write, that tells me that you're intelligent. And number two, you've thought about certain things, you've had experiences, and what you have in that book is different than anybody else's contribution in the dating coach market. Now, that doesn't mean that information could not be built off of other things. But is this information unique? For people who have a PhD, when they present their PhD thesis, they have to academically contribute information that is new to this particular scientific community. And since the Black Manosphere and the dating coach community is out there, I'm also looking for guys who qualify themselves to be the top-notch dating coaches. I'm talking about if you're a guy out there talking about ain't nobody got this kind of game like I got it and all this stuff, then what I'm looking for you is, do you have on paper information that is unique to everybody else's? Is it articulatable, or can you articulate in a fashion that is unique? Number three, does the person use unique and distinctive language to describe situations or different variations of scenarios happening in dating coach situations? For an example, Ron Wills used the term select, non-select. Another Negro who will remain nameless uses the term mode 1 or mode 2. And you know I don't like the second Negro. But is the language used to describe certain scenarios, is it unique? Select and non-select. What does that mean? Those are unique. It's unique descriptive language describing situations that occur within dating and relationships, are describing certain variables of men in relation to situations that we can all. Has the writer described characteristics in such a way that it's unique and descriptive language? Time ATL jar 01 out. Shut up, bitch. Nobody asked you to come in here talking about me. Stop crying and get out my thing. But you have to look at unique and descriptive language. Sketch one, shut up, punk, time him out. This is my opinion. As a person that has been in biology, I have a bachelor's of science, as a person that's in a professional school, I look for, do you have unique and descriptive languages that specify one scenario over the other? Are certain situations that is unique to what you're trying to say and prove? Four, is the knowledge that is being presented by such author or said author, is it leading and trend setting in that community? I'm going to say it again. Is the knowledge or information such that it is leading or trend setting in a particular community? In other words, do other dating coaches copy or take away or refer to said author or said person? For an example, C Boogie has a saying called "the nerve of you niggas." Okay, that is unique and descriptive language that we know that is trademarked pretty much to him, and a lot of people go ahead and they use that. So in that case, even though that's not technically dating coach, but I'm gonna use that. That is something that is trend setting. When I do the Calypso Oregon or whatever, or the no response for Thursday Box, that is unique and trend setting. But in the dating coach community, is the knowledge such that other people trend set that knowledge? It's a yes or no answer. Is the knowledge that is presented in the language that is being used, are other people using that knowledge or phrases or such and such? Shout out to Doug. I'll read that. So for me, those are my particular parameters that I have seen from guys I have worked with or I have seen or whatever. To me, those things are that if you want to be a top guy, top of the line guy, you are a guy who wants to be the man. You got to have, again, these things. Number one, where's your book? Oh, number 5, longevity and brand awareness in the field. That goes along with the knowledge. Do people know about you? Do they know your unique and descriptive language? Now, 5 is going to be here or there. And again, is the knowledge such that if this is copied, you know where it came from? So you have a book. I think Alpha Male Strategies has a book that's out. I haven't read the book, but from what I understand, it's a very good book. So that shows me that you have knowledge. To me, it makes you, if you have a book out there, to me, I have a great deal of respect for people who write. We have over 1,100 articles on NegroMansFirst.com. So let me go back. What a top dating coach doesn't make you. Your following. I don't care anything about your following. Your testimonials. I don't care anything about your testimonials. How many clients you have. I don't care anything about that. I don't care about you showing your work. I don't care anything about that. I care about the guys who write their ideas out. They test their ideas out there. It can easily be scrutinized to see if those ideas are plagiarized, are stolen. Do you have unique and descriptive language that you have iterated within said novel or book that puts out positions that is irregular or more complex than other ideas? Have you introduced new information in the field? Is your information oblique? It could be even controversial. For example, Alpha Male Strategy shook up I'm gonna use his name. You should lie to women. Now, that is something that one would consider that's unique. It's unique and as a dating coach strategy that you've never heard for. So it doesn't matter if I agree with it or not. What I'm looking for is that's a unique thing. It's unique knowledge. It's a unique perspective. It's a unique position. I'm just giving examples here. I'm just giving. So I know a lot of folks ain't gonna like this, but in my opinion, to be top, and I'm basically gonna put this as a top dating coach, without these things. It is fairly easy to make a video. It is fairly easy to make a live stream. It is fairly easy to make a podcast. All right? People, let's say, for example, I'm one of the most known guys in the Black manosphere. One of the founding guys of the Black manosphere. If I wanted to say I'm a dating coach due to my popularity, I could do that. I can say, oh, schedule an appointment with Coach O'Shea. Now, I think I am going to be a tricking coach. I'm going to teach niggas how to trick, Brother Turf. I mean, I don't think I'm going to do that. Teach, what up, Black Ram? I'm going to teach niggas how to trick. Now, but that is not my forte. Number one, I don't want to talk to you niggas on the phone. I don't want none of you niggas know my phone number at all. I do not want to talk to you on Skype. You cannot pay me enough money to talk to you on Skype. I do not want to talk to you on Hangout. I don't want to talk to any of you niggas on the phone at all. Absolutely not. You cannot give me an amount of money to deal with you outside of motherfucking YouTube. I'm not going to do it. I barely like doing my streams as I used to. So there is absolutely no way you cannot pay me for me to talk to you for an hour. There is no price. I do not like y'all like that. I know if I put it up there, I'll get clients, but I really don't want to talk to y'all. I'll give you your money back. So you're not getting my phone number. We're not gonna talk. It's not happening. Don't ask me. No, I'm not gonna do a Google Hangout with you talking about no. That you just cannot pay me that type of money. It's not happening. Go to one of these other Negroes that want to talk to you and schedule appointments. I'm not talking to you niggas like that. I'm not gonna do it. It's not. I can't do it. Because the first time I give you some advice and you go back and do the same shit, I'm gonna just give you your money back and block you. So I mean, if I want to do that, set up a client with me, whatever, I could do that. But I don't. But again, in response to what Obsidian said last night, and again, this is a response. I'm gonna say this because we had a show with Obsidian. I don't want nobody else getting upset with me about I'm down and in. No, I'm talking about guys who I feel would be considered to be top guys are guys who have books, unique language, and their terms are trend setting in the field. And the information is such that it has not been used or discovered anywhere else in the dating coach community. It is not easily found. It is not found. Because you got a lot of guys who going around taking certain parts from this person, taking that certain parts from that person, taking certain parts from another person, then make a video on YouTube with a scheduling link and say I'm a consultant. I mean, you know, you can do that. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have the right to be a consultant, but I'm saying this: the top guys are going to have this. Now, what I think so is if we stick with these criterias and they are enforced, it's going to make a lot of guys stop defrauding the manosphere. We have a lot of guys, I feel, that are going to be coming in because such and such person is this and that, and they got, oh, I can do it. Well, then you're going to have, if the market is going to become saturated based on the fact that, you know, I can do that. No. Brothers need to have a standard for qualifying certain people that come into black males, that come into the and you need to have these things to be considered legitimate. Legitimate guys have to, in my opinion, and I'm saying this because I have worked with everybody. Everybody. There's nobody I have not collabed with over my years as being one of the reigning guys over the Black Manosphere community. There's nobody I have not worked with. I have done podcasts with Steve the Dean. I've done shows with Alpha Male Strategies. That one nigga that talks about Mode 1, Master Ram, let's see, Minister Jap, Book of BOA, shouts to my brother, Everton, Afi Kingdom, a lot of good guys, right? But I'm talking about guys who can Rom Wills. There's another dude, Donovan something. Okay, there's a lot of dudes I've dealt with. That's in the red pill, all these communities. Lucario, it's too many. But certain guys don't consider themselves dating coaches. Some do. But for guys who consider themselves dating coaches, this is the criteria for me. Criteria, top of the food chain guys have these things. Okay? Shout out to Rollo. Top guys have these things. Again, let me say it again. They have a book. Okay? And then once you have the book, is it written something that is new, introduced into the dating community that was not there before? Does the author use unique and clarifying language to describe situations that have never been described? Does he use terms that are also unique to his position? Is the knowledge used in said novels or books trend-setting in the field? And then last, and surely, like, does this person have longevity and brand awareness in the field? That's probably the least. So those things have to be assessed. And for me to be top guy, you must have a resounding yes in all 4 of those. There are only 2 guys that I know, possibly 3, that have check marks on all of those things. Only 3. 2 or 3. Possibly 4. Will not name who those guys are. But I'm talking about the top of the food chain. Now, let me talk about guys who resonate with guys on different levels. You have guys who have a more spiritual connection to people. Let's say my brother BOA, not BOA, BOA and Black Ram. They're not dating coaches, but they are more on a religious type of they kind of have a spiritual connection with why things happen. So I can't necessarily clarify them into that particular realm. You understand? You know, when you hear certain terms like the Most High or certain situations that happen outside of that, okay, those guys are probably in a different category. But in order to be top, all boxes got to be checked. All, not some, all. Now, let me say this. You may have the potential to be a great dating coach. But until you do those 4 things, you will never be the best. I'm sorry. In my opinion, you will not. It's just like saying LeBron versus Michael Jordan or LeBron, Jordan versus Kobe. How do you gauge who's the best player out of all of those things? What do you do? Anybody? If we start having a debate between LeBron, Kobe, or Jordan, how do we rate those guys? How do we rate them? Can somebody tell me that in the chat? Can anybody tell me, how do you compare? Titles is one thing. Okay, you might say that. What else? What do you do when you have arguments? Anybody want to know? You go to analytics. Thank you. You go to the stats. Shout out to Tony Davis. Right? We go to the stats. We go to the stats. We go to see individually how many all pros, how many MVPs, how many all defensive teams. We go to defensive player of the year awards. We go to a field goal percentage, right? We go to steals. We go analyze every situation. We look at all-star performances. We look at all of these things. And after we look at individual or team things, we can assess out of all of these guys based off of the analytics, who is the best player. We're not talking about who we like more. We're talking about numbers. We're talking about analytics. We're talking about the numbers don't lie. So in this criteria, we're talking about numbers. We're talking about stats. And we're talking about analytics. And guys who want to be considered top dating coaches, we are talking about these 4 things. In my opinion. I'm not talking about book sales. I'm not talking about subscribers. I'm talking about the work itself. I'm talking about, do you have a book? Have you contributed any new ideas in the dating coach community? Do you use unique and clarifying language to describe situations that have not been described before? Is the knowledge that you present, is it trend setting or leading in the field? Which also ties into your longevity and brand awareness. Those questions are something statistically we can say yes or no or whatever to. So to me, that is the dating coach criteria. How many articles do you got out? How many books do you got out? Any kind of information like this where I can see that your positions are out there, we can gauge and say, okay, this person is much more unique and different than this person. And basically, if you can write it outside like that, then that can tell me that your experiences are such that, and I'm talking about this in a forensic, from a forensic point of view. If you can write unique information, what does it tell me? It tells me, as a dating coach, that your information is probably valuable and that you have lived these experiences. Because how would you be able to come up with unique information if you have not lived it, if you have not tried it? Subs do not speak volumes. No, they don't. All about no dollars. That don't mean shit. This is YouTube. Anybody can get a hot channel. Not anybody, but that doesn't mean anything. Unique information. That's what I'm looking for. If a person does not have this, I would say that it's not that they're not a fraud. I couldn't say that they're fraudulent. But what I would say is that person can never say that they're better than said person with the author book. To me, no person that doesn't have a book can say they're better than the person with a book. You can't say that to me. Because there's no way for me to know that your knowledge is testable unless you write it down. Like, people don't understand. Wars are won and lost on paper, not on YouTube videos, not on podcasts. So you have to hit those things. The way you write, the way you articulate shows me a whole lot about the way you think, your experiences, your level of teaching, your level of explanation. That's another thing too. Guys who are dating coaches, coaching is teaching. How can I gauge your ability to teach? Now, it's true, you can teach on video, right? So I will not discount that also. But I would say it's much easier to teach on video than to write a book about it or to write an article about it. So the guys who typically can write an article could do a video. Guys who can do videos, can they do books? And I'm not talking about audiobooks. I'm talking about a book that you wrote. So, guys, thank you so much for again, to me, the only people that I will say guys who are dating coaches and pimps, and like it's a difference, right? We know what pimps do. You don't have to agree with it. But guys, shout out to you. Let me do this real quick. Who wants to see the Miss Curvy rates right now? All right. Let me know if you guys want to see it, because I'll make it go live right now before the Rumble. But we got to have guys who are willing to go over to it right now and check it out. So don't leave. I'm going to send you guys a link to another video. And this is my Miss Curvy Rates Kampala. All right. But I want you guys to watch it with me, though. We're going to go live on it right now at 8 and 7 minutes. So what I'm going to do, and shout out to the Patreon community that's been supporting us with this. I'm going to premiere it right now. And basically what we're doing is we're rating chicks on the street of Uganda with this. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Who has seen some of the rates that I've had done already? Some of you guys might have saw it already on the Patreon, but let me know if you guys have seen it already. Let me know. Anybody who's seen the Miss Curvy Kampala rates, let me know. Press 1. I was looking for it. Okay. So this is what we're about to do. Because if you guys really like these, what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing episodes where we hook up brothers with women all throughout East Africa. I'm going to take that over to Patreon first, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take that over to Patreon. That means if, brothers want to hook up with chicks all across the diaspora, don't worry. I'm going to take care of it for you guys. But we're going to premiere this in 5 minutes. We got a competition, 2 girls. One name is Claire. One name is Paula. So let me go ahead on. We're going to premiere that in 5 minutes. So let me go ahead and drop the link. Go to my Kinganda channel, Kenganda. It's right here, guys. I need all the brothers to go over to my channel, Kinganda, right? So, yeah, what up? Thanks, folks, for super chat. So, guys, listen, this is what I'm working on right now. I'm working on producing a show for the Manosphere that brings business opportunities from Africa to Black men and to bring African women to Black men. I'm working hard every day to try to do this. So we're going to go live on my next channel, Kinganda, right now. So go over there and see it. It's Curvy Rates, right? Guys who rating these girls in the street. And what up, Dollar Washer? So check it out, man. Go over there. It's a 15-minute video. We're going to all premiere it together in 5 minutes. All right? So go subscribe to my channel over there. Let me see how many people we got over there right now. Let me just see how many folks we got over there. Okay, we have 19 people waiting, 26 people waiting. All right. How many folks was waiting? Everybody go to my King Ganda channel right now. Everybody go over there. Boom, 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 boom. Go over there, hit the bell, subscribe. Press 1 if you're going over there. I'm really interested. And guys, we can keep this kind of content up, right? With the people pledging us on Patreon and stuff. So O'Shea the coach. Nah, I'm not no coach, nigga. I'm a trick. Shout out to Nicholas Penn. Okay, guys. So listen. Thank you, brothers. We're gonna have the Rumble in 3 hours with RBR and all the other people. Go over there. Let's watch the premiere together and see you guys. Let me see how many people we got over there right now. We got 44 people waiting. All right. So guys, I'll see you all over there. We're about to start in 3 minutes. Peace out.